Hey, hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you 7 ways to make your Zoom meetings more secure. I've noticed that a lot of people are using Zoom desktop app. On the desktop app, you don't see much functionality on the security options. For example, a lot of people, I noticed that they just use this new meeting. This is the least secure option. It will immediately take you to a meeting. And I think once you start giving the link to your colleagues and inviting them in. I mean, anybody who has the link can easily crash your party. You don't want to have it. So this is the least secure option. Let me show you better ways, okay? Schedule your meeting. Um, If you start scheduling your meetings, Zoom will give you an automated password. You can change this password. However, a meeting with a password is more secure than a meeting without a password. The other thing is you can turn off the videos and microphones of people, of the participants upon entry, which is also a very good idea because you don't want people join your party unprepared, and also you don't want party crashers just to come and crash all the joy of the party. If you go to Zoom's website instead of the app, you can also make this off option without re-enabling. I mean, only the host can turn on the microphones, which is the setting I love the most, because doing just off here, people come in and then they can turn their videos on, and also they can also turn their microphones on. If you do it on the website instead of the app, you can say, no, I am the host, only I decide who can show the video and who can speak, which is another advanced security option. You may notice I have enabled language interpretation. Well, I have a paid subscription. If you don't have this option, don't worry. I mean, this is a paid advanced setting. Let's check advanced options. Here you will see enable waiting room. I love waiting rooms because if you enable this, people come until you admit them to the meeting. They will be in a waiting room. It's great. If you see somebody not listed, not registered, you don't know them, you don't admit them. So you have your private party. Um, You can also have only authenticated users can join. Well, this may confuse a lot of people because people are now used to, join a Zoom meeting by just clicking the web link. If you enable this, Zoom will ask them to create a Zoom account. Well, that's an added security because then you can trace who is this person. Otherwise, anyone with a link can join. All right. Um, So these are some of the options available on the desktop app. Let's see what is available on your settings, profile settings. Oh, there's a couple of things you can do, but not much on security. Well, let's see the profile. Okay, it says Weave Advanced Features. Let's check it out. Okay, it takes me to my Zoom, yeah, my Zoom account. And you see now Zoom has important notice, meeting passwords and waiting rooms will be turned on by default starting from April 5th. Oh, it just started. Okay. So it is for pro accounts, by the way. So, I mean, it seems like Zoom is taking security very seriously. So if you are on the web and if you have a paid account like me, then you will see this webinar option. Well, the webinar option is kind of more secure than the others because in the webinar option, people, the ordinary attendees, won't have video. Only you and the panelists, I mean the host and the panelists and the interpreters, if enabled, will have video. The attendees will not. So it will be more, and their microphones will be on mute by default as well. So choosing a webinar is another security option. And also, if you go to settings this time, you will see other options. I mean, scroll down and, for example, require a password when scheduling new meetings. Require a password even for instant meetings. See, on the desktop app, you don't have it, but on the web, you have a password requirement option even for instant meeting. And this goes down all the way. I mean, I want you to study all these security options so that you can make your Zoom sessions more secure. Um, the other option, the maybe my final option for this meeting is you can lock your meetings. You know, locking a meeting is when you are scheduling a meeting, or I mean, even with unscheduled meeting is possible. But if you are scheduling a meeting, there is an option to make people register to this meeting. Okay, let me find the registration link. Hold on a second. Record the meeting, mute participants upon entry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's right here. If you require registration, Zoom will create a page for you. On that page, you can also have your branding and give additional messages. I'm just saving for the sake of saving. On that register, now see another option appears here. And in this registration uh, setting, you can write things, ask questions. You can even manually approve people. You don't have to automatically approve their registration. I mean, if you have a large gathering, hundreds of people, you may prefer to have automatic approval. However, you can still ask certain questions for data collection and also for custom questions for further references. You can ask different questions, and some of them might be targeted for, security questions as well. I mean, you will make sure that not everyone can join. And on this registration page, you can also have your branding, the banner of your event, an advertisement, or the logo of your company or your university. And once you have it, when your registration or a meeting, you also have an option to lock your meeting. Locking your meeting means once your meeting starts, nobody else can join. You can have this locking option, define it by minutes, like I mean 5 minutes, 10 minutes as well. But I mean, in the end, instead of just creating an instant meeting, if you choose scheduling, if you add password, if you have a waiting room, if you have authentication, registration, webinar option, muting people's videos and microphones, and not enabling them to reopen it, and finally locking your meetings. I mean, these 7 or 8 now, I guess, methods will make your meetings much more secure. I mean, Zoom, in my opinion, with these advanced functionalities, proves that it takes security very, very seriously. That's all now. You can ask all your questions to me later on my email or on my LinkedIn profile. You know where to find me. All the best from Ümit Özaydın, Dragoman Translation. Bye bye.